perform my duties. See some action. appointment to FEMA should be finalized within the week. I've already discussed the matter with the Senator.
I take it he was agreeable?
He didn't really have a choice.
Has he been infected?
Oh yes, most certainly. When I mentioned that we could put him on the priority list for the ambrosia vaccine, he was so willing it was almost pathetic. We've had to endure much, you and I, but soon there will be order again. A new age. Aquinas spoke of the mythical city on the hill. Soon that city will be a reality, and we will be crowned its kings. Not better than kings. Gods.
Burn, all right.
Alright, hey everybody, and welcome back to Morrowind. We're right here where we left off last time. I am slightly dead. I don't know what was going on last time, but I probably need to go and rest somewhere real quick. I think we were building our veteran stronghold. That's what we were up to. We were just about to become a house father of House Veteran, and we're well on our way to becoming a counselor. At that point, that's going to make it a lot easier to become Hortator of House Veteran, and we're going to progress along the main quest that way. Now, let's go on in here and talk to our buddy Sarethi. What's his first name? Armin Sarethi? Ethan? Yeah, sure, Ethan. What's up? Hey, Pega, how's it going? Okay, Stronghold. Yeah, we talked to them, so let's see what the deal is here. Construction will begin soon. We need to go out there to Bal Isra and check out what's going on. before we do that, I think we might just have to rest like 24 hours or whatever. So then we're going to go over there and just talk to this lady real quick and see if she'll give us the next little mini quest, or journal update, I should say. Where we're going to be going in, and she's going to tell us we need to visit the location and see how the construction is progressing.
3 blessings to you, Outlander.
Yes.
This is a pleasure.
In a week or so, speak to me again. So in the meantime, what I'm going to do here is we'll roleplay it a little bit. I'm not going to just straight up rest for a week. I think that's cheesy as hell. What we're going to do here, we're going to do 1 or 2 Mages Guild quests here, and then we'll rest a week, and then we'll progress the quest in that fashion. Okay, let's get out of here, shall we? As much as I love hanging out under Scar, we have things we should be doing.
Yes, Outlander.
All right. Interesting. Okay. Let's go on in here and rest here. Oh my, this room is full of crap. I don't even have room to lay on the bed. And we'll go ahead and talk to this lady down here. The lovely guild master of the Ald'ruhn Mages Guild.
Well, I find myself in pleasant company. Please share your thoughts.
Yes, yes. Great minds think alike. If you could stop moving here and talk to me, thank you. Yes, let's get some duties. Okay, we need to study a Dwemer tube. Easy enough to find. I believe I saw some in this place. Alright, yeah, let's go back there and get ourselves a Dwemer tube. Why the hell not? Alright, it's northwest of Genesis. There's an easier way to get there. Go to Ald'ruhn and follow the coast to the west. Nice. Alright, we'll go ahead and do that. Let's see, what's our potion situation like? Good, good, good enough. Let's get going. Armor, hammers, yes, we got some hammers. I'm gonna go pick up some more real quick and just take a look at... just make sure everything's fixed up. Oh, looks like we already have been here and looted the hammers. And some recent date. Genesis, here we come. Wow, that's way cheaper than I remember.
Why walk when you can ride?
Okay, so head north to Ald'ruhn, and then west. Ald'ruhn, if I remember... Yeah, okay, it's right there. Wait a minute, I should be able to take a Silt Strider over there, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. Why walk when you can ride to not Ald'ruhn? Oh shit, cool. Yeah, let's go to cool. Oh, fuck. Oh, yep. I accidentally clicked Sadrith there. Definitely did not want to go to Sadrith. Yeah, we can go back to Genesis, though. That's fine. I always thought it was bizarre that you can travel directly from Sadrith to Genesis. That's like pretty much all the way across the map.
We make a special trip just for you.
So here we are in Cool. Then we're going to head on over this way to Ald'ruhn. And then just keep heading west from there. And that should take us on over to... Oh, I actually know where this is. Okay. We've walked past this Dwemer ruin about 1 billion times before. And for whatever reason, I don't think I've been in there. But we're going to go in there now and find ourselves a... Oh, hello. Oh man, he actually tanked that. Wow, that Quama Forager. Damn. I'm used to one-shotting those like it's no big deal, and then that guy, he tanked our first hit, and then I had to actually block his attack. I mean, that's pretty impressive. We'll call him, I don't know, Jim. Jim the Quama Forager. And yeah, more like that. That's what I'm used to dealing with the Quama Foragers and Nyx Hounds and things of that nature. You can see we're level 23 at this point, so pretty high on up there. Alright, so let's get going, shall we? What's this crap up here? Not where we want to go. Is this a dead Quama Forager? No, it's a living one. Not for much longer, though. You know what? I'm gonna start disposing of some more corpses, because I think... yeah. The further we get into this game, the more issues I'm having with cell loading times. Not really an issue, but just a minor annoyance. It's taking slightly longer to load into new cells, and I think that's because I'm leaving the corpses all over the place. Now, in the original engine, I'm playing an OpenMW right now, which is a much better engine. In the original engine, however, if you just left corpses everywhere, it would crash your game. It would actually corrupt your save file altogether. They have allegedly fixed that issue in OpenMW, and I've kind of been testing it out here thus far. Now, but I think it is having some adverse effects, so I'm gonna stop doing that. We're gonna start cleaning up our corpses from now on, like Sam Fisher. Stuff them in a locker somewhere. Alright, we want to head west from Ald'ruhn. Right? That was correct, right? Yes. Along the coast. Okay, so... oh, hello, Cliff Racer. We're gonna kill you now. You had the nerve to attack us here. Oh, yeah. Let's get rid of him. There's a ship. I saw a ship over there, so that means the coast is... this way. Alright, now... let's go ahead and do this. We're just gonna water walk our way over there. Here's our water walking spell. Yeah, there we go. Ouch. And from the water out here, let's take a look and see if we can see any Dwemer ruins. Dwemer ruins. Okay, yep, there it is. Yep, there it is, right up there. So I need to climb up here and climb up these mountains. I say mountain, but this is pretty much a gently rolling hill. We can just walk straight up here. Don't even need to jump or really do anything. What is that little thing? This is not an entrance, is it? No, it's not. Just a little box. A little Dwemer box. Okay. Let's get the show on the road here. I love these statues, though. The Dwemer statues in Morrowind are just badass. I mean, they just legitimately look cooler than any of the Dunmer shit. Okay, now let's go in here and... oh, hello. That actually surprised me a lot. Okay, I did not pay any attention to that. Wait, is there something else attacking us here? No. Alright, trash that one. Let's get in here. We're looking for a tube, a Dwemer tube. Alright. Now these things here, every time I see one of these, I think back to all the... oh shit, Centurion. Let's see if we can just straight up tank him. I think we're high enough level that we don't really have to worry about because this is like a low-level Mages Guild quest, relatively low level. But as I was saying, yeah, that guy was nothing. As I was saying, these events here, I always think that it's one of these like kind of puzzles where you have to, not really a puzzle, but wait until the scheme stops and then run across. And then if the scheme came back up while you were walking across the event, you would take massive damage. I need a mod for that. There has to be a mod out there somewhere that adds that into the game. Alright, we got battle music here. Oh, I was actually going in the wrong direction. We want to go up this way. There we go. There's our Dwemer spider. Okay. What's going on here? Nothing in particular. Oh shit! We got a ghost. Let's focus on the ghost, actually, if I can get around this guy. Okay, good. What is it doing to us? Luck and willpower. That's a really crappy spell for combat. You know, why would you prioritize draining luck and willpower on your opponent? Well, that's why he's dead now. Ash salts, interesting. Raw ebony, that's pretty cool, but it weighs a shit ton. And as you can see here... Oh man, I actually lost some gold somewhere along the way. We used to have like 35,000 gold. I guess I need to go sell something at some point. We have quite a lot of valuable artifacts that are hoarded, that we have stashed around various bedrooms and various other locations. So, yeah, I think we're good on money, though. What was I looking for here? Lockpick. Yes, thank you very much. Oh, nice! First try. And a Dwemer coin. Lovely. That's how I'm going to pronounce that from now on. Dwemer coin. Actually, no, I'm not going to do that. That's horrible. Never mind. Okay, what are we looking for? A Dwemer tube. Is this where I can get a tube from? And I'm stuck on here. Lovely. How far into the stream are we, folks? We are 23 minutes in. I mean, that includes like 10 minutes of getting ready for shit. So, yes, about 15 minutes into the stream, of course, until we got... Oh, there's the tube. Holy crap, that weighs 40... Was that 40 carry weight for that tube? Hold on, let's take a look at this here. Where's that tube at? No, okay, good. I just need the one. Well, hell, you know what? Should I explore the rest of this? What do you guys think? I could teleport out of here now. Or I could just do the rest of this Dwemer ruin. Let's take a look around real quick, see what's over here. Nothing interesting. This isn't it, is it? This is the whole thing? Wow, I guess it is. Never mind, we already explored it. That's a small Dwemer ruin, I gotta say. Really small. Why am I walking out of here? Yeah, we're gonna go back to the nearest temple. Boom. Okay. Where are we? Genesis. Goddamn. Okay, well, we can take the Silt Strider back. I wonder where my recall spell would take me right now. Let's go ahead and save this. Just because I don't remember where the hell. Let's cast recall and... Oh, that's Telfir. Wow. Terrible. We definitely do not want to go to Telfir. So we're going to save scum that, pretend like that didn't happen. Okay. And just continue on down to Ald'ruhn. When we get back to Ald'ruhn, I think I'm just going to cast a new mark down there in the Mages Guild. I'll get this lady her tube here in just a second. Nice, athletics went up again. Lovely.
Welcome, friend. The day is yours. What shall we talk about?
Meaning my studies can't continue. Yeah, we'll go ahead and give her the tube. This is what I wanted. Now I can finally study these Bethurks the dwarves wrote about. I'm impressed by your dedication. Alright. Can we get a promotion? Yes, we are now a warlock. Strive ever forward, friends. Good life advice. Whatever that means. Very vague, motivational little phrase there. Those are actually the worst. Okay, so I was wondering if you might check up on one of my colleagues. Oh, another Dwemer ruin. Sure, let's head on over there. Where's this one at? Sauron, heading northeast along the Foyada. Or you can start in Molag Mar and head northwest towards Mount Khand. Alright, well basically, yeah, it's up in that direction. Excavation report. We're looking for Senilius Caduceus. Cadiusus. Oh, yeah, that's fine. Is engaged in official Imperial research. He was supposed to give me an excavation report every month, but he has not sent one this month. Go on over there and see what's going on. Alright, let's get out of here. I could probably use some repair hammers, though, honestly. Do I have any in here? Repair hammers. No. No repair hammers. Oh, let's rest real quick. Get our health back. And we'll head on over to the Mages Guild and buy ourselves some. I know, spending gold on hammers sounds a little bit ridiculous, but I think we've looted every single Fighters Guild in Vardenfell. And probably on the mainland, too. Like, we are playing
Conscript reporting.
Tamriel Rebuilt here, so we do have the whole mainland at our disposal. Pega! Well, thanks for the follow, man, and welcome to the stream. Thanks for hanging out. So, yeah, need to buy some hammers. Where's the smith at over here? Ah, this looks like a smith.
I'm ready for anything. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, we're not looking for that right now, Mr. Nord, but we are looking for... He only has 5 hammers, plus 1 more journeyman's hammer. Yeah, sure, let's grab that. Wow, okay. Our barter skill really sucks. So we're gonna go ahead and just use all of these. Okay, that actually worked. So our repair skill is getting up there. You see, that's how you repair things in Morrowind. You just keep clicking and bashing them with hammers, and eventually everything will be fixed. So, where's our ice cap at? There we go. Are we missing any other pieces? We got our bracers, our shield, our greaves. What happened to our cuirass? Cuirass Savior's hide. Oh, okay, I did switch. I had a glass one, but I actually went ahead and switched to the Savior's hide because it is, well, look at that. Resist magic at 60%. You know, that's pretty damn good. Some of this other crap I can drop. Why am I carrying this? This weighs 27. So we're gonna, real quick, head on back to the Mages Guild and drop our crap there. I did not realize I was carrying that. Whoopsies. Yeah, the stairs are over here. Okay. And this is driving me crazy. Okay, pretty much every single playthrough of this game that I have ever done in the last 15 years, I use this room as my room. This is my room in Ald'ruhn. I always do this. Yet, I made an error here on this stream. When we set this up, I started dropping shit in this room. Now, this room with the big bed very obviously belongs to the guild leader down here. And this bothers me because I should not be in here. I should be in the other room. And now, I made that mistake once, but every other time I want to come down here, I want to turn into this room. And I've done this like 8 times. But I'm too lazy to move all this stuff. I guess it doesn't really matter. I can, you know what? I'll use this for storage. This room is the storage room. And the other one I will sleep in. There. I solved that problem. Okay, we're gonna drop these gauntlets because they're trash. Yeah, they are trash. I should sell those at some point. But we'll do that when I come back from here. Now, here's what we're gonna do. This lady down here. No, we'll cast Mark right here. Right here so we can return here directly whenever the hell we want. Now, where are we supposed to go? Molag Mar. Let's head over to Balmora here via teleportation. Hello there, you can beam me up over to Balmora, thank you.
Should you need something, I will be happy to oblige.
Well, it's very foggy here in Balmora. Okay, we're gonna head on over to Mr. Siltstrider. He's gonna give us a same low price.
Where would you like to go?
No, he's just asking us where we like to go. Okay, we want to go to Vivek. No, not Vivek. What am I talking about? Suran. We will not be visiting the House of Earthly Delights here because we are Dralos, the Dunmer Pilgrim, not some lecher who visits strip clubs. So, from here, we want to go to... Okay, over here. It's on the map. That's fine. We'll just walk straight there, basically. Well, they said follow the Foyada. That should make it a little bit easier. So where does the Foyada start here? Oh, up here. Okay. Yeah. I see what it's doing. There's a lovely bullnetch. It's coming this way. I hope it doesn't attack me. Thank you very much for not attacking me. Is Umbra over here? I have a feeling we're walking into Umbra. Umbra is a guy who is wielding the sword Umbra. And the sword Umbra is one of the best swords in the game. It's actually a Daedric artifact. And, wait, hold on. Is it? No, I don't think it is. Well, it doesn't belong to one of the Daedra. Hold on. Oh my god, this is bothering me now. I'm thinking of Goldbrand. Goldbrand definitely is a Daedric artifact, but is Umbra? That's the question. Oh my. Anyway, Umbra, regardless of who it belongs to, it's one of the best swords in the game. But to get that sword, you have to kill a guy who is incredibly strong. Now, we tried to do that in multiplayer. When I was playing multiplayer with Zarek Zahakiran on his channel. And what ended up happening, we all got killed in one hit. So, Umbra is no joke. There, I was trying to levitate up there. I was fiddling around in the menu because I had forgotten what I was trying to actually do. Because that's a thing that happens. Okay, we've got a Daedric ruin here. Hold on, we gotta kill this guy. There we go. What is this here? Bal-Ur. I think we've been there before. So nothing new there. Let's just keep on going here. It's getting pretty late at night, so I was thinking about resting until daytime occurs, or, you know, the sun comes up. But it looks like since we have enemies around, that's not going to be happening anytime soon. Okay, here's the Foyada. Down here's the Foyada. In Morrowind, the word Foyada is what they call a canyon. I don't know why they don't just call it a canyon, but it's a foyada. So here we go. Let's go this way, and we can rest 2 more hours. That seems reasonable. Well, we didn't even get our magic back, and something is going to attack us. Yes, this... Oh my. That's a feisty rat. Okay. Oh, another one. Where are you? Ah, there it is. Okay. Oh, this is slightly annoying, isn't it? Oh, there we go. Okay. Until healed. Whatever was following us finally gave up. You know, he realized if he did actually catch up with us, he was just going to die anyway. Okay, what's going on here? Ah, is it that thing? Yeah, here he comes. And so goes the elite. That was... Yeah, I actually feel a little bit sad for him now. That was a sad death. We're not even going the right... Okay, this way. Fuck it. We're just going to go in a straight line, and we're going to levitate over anything that gets in our way. In case you haven't noticed, it is extremely late here. Have not slept a whole lot. I am currently wired on caffeine and sugar. And we're just tearing through shit in the Ashlands here. Alright. There goes a rat. So, yeah, up here is where we want to be. Noi left things. Okay. I think some of these names are just totally incomprehensible. They're impossible to pronounce. That's one of the benefits of having a game with full text as opposed to voice acting. You don't need to actually have somebody try to voice all of the names. So there we go. We're going to poke that guy's eye out. And he made a huge mistake. Alright, I think I see it up here. Was that a... Yeah, this is it right here. If we come up just a little bit further, we should start to see the towers or something that shows us there's a Dwemer ruin around here. Looks like we got another Quama Forager that we're gonna have... Oh, I missed. Nice, he actually got a hit in. Wow, that is one agile Quama Forager. Damn. Grateful for that glass shield, though. Because, you know, Quama Foragers are secretly glass cannons. How bad would that be? You know, you could kill them in one hit, but... Oh, hello, OpenMW. OpenMW and the way you load cells. I love it. I mean, OpenMW is clearly superior to the vanilla engine, but it does have a few quirks here and there. And we're stuck. Imagine playing this on Xbox. This came out, by the way, this got a port to the original Xbox. And I'm thinking, we have gotten stuck 3 or 4 times just in like half an hour of play. And I'm sitting here thinking, if I was playing this on Xbox, what would you even do in that situation? I guess you just have to reload from your last save and walk back where you came from. Or I guess you could cast recall and walk back that way, but that's even worse than saving. So what are we looking for? Oh, hello. Are you a friendly person? Yes. Wow, that's a miracle.
If I can be of any assistance, I'll be happy to help.
Oh, this is the lady we were looking for. Cadiosis. No, that's a wife, I think. Yeah. You should talk to my father. Okay. It's a boring excavation business. Okay, this is my daughter Padilla. I'm excavating the Dwemer ruins. Oh, did Edwina send you? I'm afraid I don't have the excavation report for her. So, why does she not have it? We just had a few setbacks. Our native guide, Honest Vendu, is missing. Okay, he's dead. He is definitely dead. So he was taking notes for our next excavation report. Must have taken it with him when he disappeared. Somehow, he must have gotten into the lower levels. Alright, let's go find this guy. Hello. We'll go ahead and take the Flynn there. And this key... Is this thievery? No, we're fine. So we'll take the key to the ruin. That should help a little bit. Oh, here's an observatory. Okay. There are several of these, I believe, but this is actually the first observatory that we've encountered in this playthrough. So take a good look at that. There's our Dwemer Observatory. Of course, all of the textures are modded, so that's not exactly how it looks in vanilla. I'm using Connery's textures. Connery being the name of the modder. And the only way to get those at this point is to go on Morrowind mod history. And they have it there. That's the only site that it's actually on, because Connery, at some point, in like 2007, I want to say, Connery, I don't know what he did. He had some kind of fit, and he took down all of his mods, and said he didn't want to do Morrowind mods anymore, but, you know, this is the internet, so you can still get them. What is this? Why did that poison me? That's special. Hold on, we'll do this. One of these days, I'll cast this spell successfully. There we go. Okay, what local map it is. Okay, this way. Apparently. And Connery actually did continue in modding, just not for Morrowind. He moved instead to a game called X3, which is a space simulation game. And it's actually really cool, but it's a lot... There's a lot going on in those games, where you have to basically trade and go back and forth between different factories in space. And, you know, like one factory will be a mine, and we're stuck again. And so you go to a mine, and you buy all their ore that they have, and then you take the ore that you bought, and you take it on over to, like, a refinery, for example.
I'm all yours, please.
And the refinery will use the ore that you delivered there to build weapons or, you know, alloys, steel alloys, let's say. And where am I going right now? That's the thing. Is this it? Okay, test. Okay, good. Well, this is just the other room here. Now, the question is... Oh, I see. Is this like a secret door? Hold on, let's take a look at this, shall we? I'm gonna try to figure out what's going on here. I just want to make sure that there... Okay, this is a magic door of some kind. You can see the doors down there. So this is a puzzle we need to solve. Okay. Got this one going. Let's try this over here. No, wrong order. Totally wrong order. Okay, so this crank is stuck. Oh my. That was a bad idea, wasn't it? Let's use Dispel. So, I need to wait until they all... Okay, we don't have enough Magicka. We have to wait until they all stop moving. Now, the first one I did was this one, and that worked well. However, I think the correct order is just... You know, like 1, 2, 3, and we just do it that way. But for some reason, when I go over here now, watch this, it's stuck. So maybe we have to start with the second one. Well, let's heal ourselves first before we get killed. That sounds like a good idea, doesn't it? Actually, I'm just gonna do that. That makes things easier. Okay, so, does this require a part? Is that what's going on here? Do we need to fix this thing? Because I had it moving, and then I, seem to have done the wrong thing. So, let's try the middle one first, shall we? No, that did not work either. Okay, our stronghold is ready, by the way. That's what that journal update is for. We should speak with that lady about the stronghold. So, that did not work first. That did not work first. This did. It worked, but now I cannot... Oh my god, I already had it. Okay. That was easier than I thought it was. I thought this was a puzzle where you had to get the correct order between all 3 cranks. In reality, however, I just needed to use that one crank to open the door. So I feel extra intelligent now. Thank you very much. Okay, so where are we going here? Now, this is a more interesting... We have several different paths we can take through here. Okay, kill that guy. Does he have anything on him? Nope. Oh, hello. We have a spider. Light armor to 80. Nice. I did not actually think we were that high up in high armor. Yeah, good luck. Oh, here's the guy. Yep, this is Honest Vendu, and this is the excavation report right here. Unfortunately, it looks like he was killed by this Sphere Centurion. Oh, hello. That hurt a little bit. Okay, there we go. Let's open these up, shall we? Nice, a repair hammer and an ancient Dwemer door key. That is a different key than the one we picked up earlier. That is going to help us access some other area. Okay, for this we need a probe. Now the probe is going to disarm this chest. Eventually. There we go. Dwemer Cuirass. And this is the same stuff. We'll go ahead and take the hammer. Let's get our sword back, shall we? Thank you. Anything interesting in these little barrels here? Oh, raw glass. That's worth something. Go ahead and take some raw glass. An emerald, I think I'll take that as well. Ebony is too heavy. Oh, wow. Dwarven Warhammer. Yeah, way too heavy. Okay, so let's head on up. I saw another Centurion crawling around up here. It looks like he wanted to fight us. Let's fly on up here and see what he has to say for himself. Oh, wow, we actually failed to cast that. And we can't rest here. Let's head on over to the other room real quick and get our magicka back. Thank you very much. Where's this guy at? Ah, he got himself worked up into such a frenzy that he got himself stuck behind that barrel. That's unfortunate. And now he's gonna die in that room. Sad. Okay. Is that it? There's nothing up here? Oh, okay, some raw glass. I guess that was worth it. And a ruby. Thank you very much. Take that as well. Let's get out of here, shall we? I think that was pretty much the whole... That was the whole thing, wasn't it? Yes, that was the entire ruin. Okay, we'll get out of here. And I guess we should go talk to that Imperial guy first, and then see about heading on back to our guild leader. Now the bad news is that one guy is dead. The good news is we got the report we needed, so that's alright. He died before we got there, so there was nothing we could really do about it. It's not our fault.
If I can be of any assistance, I'll be happy to help.
Now, what did this report say? Where's that report at? Yes, our excavations have turned up little in these last few days. Nothing new in the ruins. Everything is clean and undisturbed as the day we first opened the doors. I know there are unexplored depths. Well, we have been to the depths, and they weren't exactly deep, and there was nothing particularly interesting in there anyway. But yeah, we'll go ahead and talk to this guy. Yeah, you found the report? Yeah, deliver it to her in Ald'ruhn. I'll continue my work here. Now that the lower levels are open, perhaps we can make more discoveries there. In honor of our deceased colleague, this guy. Yeah. Well, good luck. I already looted everything valuable, so... whatever you're looking for. Alright, we're gonna recall. And here we are in Ald'ruhn.
Well, I find myself in pleasant company. Please share your thoughts.
Alright. Can we get a promotion? Yeah, our requirements are too low now. So, take a look at the Mages Guild, shall we? Mages Guild requires that we need one skill at level 70. So, Mysticism is what we need to level up here. Mysticism needs to get to level 70, and that is for both the Mages Guild and the Temple. That's where we're at right now. Of course, we can speed that along by just going like this. There, that helps. Now, we're reporting back to the lady up at Scar here, and we're going to continue on with our Veteran Stronghold quest.
It would be wise to stay indoors.
You'll bring me good fortune, Outlander. How may I?
I always feel like I've accomplished something if I can make it through here without bumping into one of the guards. Because, you know, those little narrow rope bridges that they have, the guards always end up blocking it. And I almost always get stuck. Almost always. Okay, now, the lady we want to talk to is up here. Alright, where are you at? Yes, as a matter of fact, we do want to talk about our stronghold. So, we need to go on over there, being built in Bal Isra, on the east side of the road. Yeah, we know where that is. Speak with the foreman. That orc.
It's so good.
That's lovely, isn't it? We got an orc building our house. I don't know if I can trust him. You know, before this game, Morrowind was the first game in the series to recognize orcs as a sentient race. Arena and Daggerfall, the first two games in the series, orcs were just creatures that attacked you. And they were basically considered kill on sight by all the other races in Tamriel. Now, the reason that changed is because Daggerfall had multiple endings. There was a thing you had to get. You had to control the Numidium, right? Which was this basically steampunk Gundam is the best way to think about the Numidium. A steampunk Gundam powered by the heart of a god. Now, what you do with that at the end of Daggerfall is you give it to any one of the factions in the game. And one of the possible choices is you can give it to the orcs. And the orcs can take over the world and assert the respect of the other races. Now, what does that have to do with Morrowind, you might ask? Well, that is because when they were making Morrowind, they said, well, which ending from Daggerfall should be canon? And they couldn't figure out which one they wanted to be canon, so they decided that they would make all of the endings to Daggerfall canon. So every ending, every possible ending to Daggerfall has happened. And they do that through this stupid thing they call the Dragon Break, or the Warp in the West, which is a dumb concept I'm not even going to get into. It's basically just the equivalent of saying that there's a bunch of alternate timelines that have kind of blinked into existence. And that event, the Warp in the West, permanently altered not just the future, but it also changed the past as well. Okay, we're trying to head to Bal Isra here. Okay, yeah, it's exactly north of here. So, yes, here at this road sign, we're just gonna go north. And there we go. There's actually a lot of bull netches around here, which is interesting, because bull netches are usually in the more tropical areas. Here comes this guy. Got him. Alright. Here we go. Alright, here comes the Nyx Hound. We're gonna have to fight this guy. Oh, there's a cliff racer behind me. Now let's see where our stronghold is at here. Ah, there we go. That's actually a pretty nice house. That's like a veteran manor house. But this isn't done. This is just the first stage. You can see the scaffolding is still there. Now it's a work in progress, right? Can we go in here? No, you can't go in there yet. Alright. What do you have to say? Yes. Things are fine here. The work will be done soon. Why do I need to get cured? I'm actually immune to disease at this point because we progressed to the point in the main quest where you become immune to disease. Because at one point you are infested with corpus disease, which is a disease that turns people into zombies. Well, that's a little bit simplistic. Right, there's a whole thing going on with what corpus disease actually is. Dagath in the 6th house cultist called the divine disease, because it is supposed to, if you're mentally prepared for it and you accept the grace of the divine disease, you can become what's called an ascended sleeper. You still transform into a hideous monster, but you are sentient and allegedly have some sort of expanded consciousness, and you can tap into the power of the gods. Now, most people who get corpus disease are not aware of what is going on. They're not trained by the 6th house to accept what corpus is doing to them or process, really, what is going on. So they don't become ascended sleepers, they just become zombies. So we have to go on over, visit Telfir, which is the home of Diviathfir, a crazy 4,000-year-old wizard. And then he managed to cure us of corpus. Not actually, he just suppressed the negative symptoms. And the positive symptoms, aka the disease resistance, stuck with us. Okay, let's head on over here, see what this lady has to say.
Three blessings to you, Outlander. This is a pleasure.
Alright, the work should be finished soon, TM. I'm trying to think who came up with that meme. There was a thing, some developer, some game developer got tired of people asking when is the next expansion coming out, or when is the next update coming out. And so the developers responded just one word, soon, and then they added the trademark symbol there as like soon TM. And that became a thing for a while. I think it's not really used anymore because developers aren't even in control of what their own communications are with other people in their community or in their fan base. You know, all of this stuff is now managed by PR people and professional community relations types. And it's their job to tell you that everything is going great and it's going to be the best game ever and you don't need to worry about anything. So I guess we just have to rest a while longer. Let's go back to the Mages Guild, I suppose. And we'll just sleep for a while. Let's give it 24 hours here. And another 24 hours ought to do it. And we actually do need to wait longer, but in the meantime, I'm gonna go do one more Mages Guild quest here.
The sun and moons transform day to night, but what transforms the mind? How are you?
Nice. So this guy recognized that I'm carrying the moon and star ring.
I must say I find you most interesting right now. Please go ahead.
Oh, more Dwemer ruins. So, where can I get some blueprints? Muzel left, southwest of Dagon Fell. Alright, let's go to Dagon Fell, shall we? Or southwest of Dagon Fell, rather. Is that on another island? Yes, that's right here. So we've already been in that general area. We're gonna go on up there and see what's going on. Say hi to the Dwemer ghosts and various other creatures that lurk in the ruin up there.
I'm listening.
So I think how we want to do that is just go from cool and, well, Mora actually is faster. So I'll tell you what, we're going to go back to the Mages Guild and we're going to teleport to Sadrith Mora. And then we'll take a boat from Sadrith Mora to Mora. And then we'll water walk the rest of the way.
I do enjoy it. What can I help you?
What's this about?
I like the concept here where the Telvanni are keeping all the Imperials and really all of the foreigners, all the non-Dunmer in this area, in Wolverine Hall. That's why all of the Imperial services are there. You've got the Tavern, Imperial Tavern, you've got the Mages Guild, the Fighters Guild, the Imperial Cult Shrine. All of that stuff is segregated off and put in Wolverine Hall. And the concept of Sadrith Mora is that you need special permission to walk around in the city. However, that's not actually how it ends up working. I guess it was like a technical limitation of the game, right? You can get what are called hospitality papers, but they're not really necessary. You don't need them.
Conscript reporting.
Goatman! Hey, thanks for the follow, man, and welcome to the stream. Yeah, take us to Tel Mora here. Thank you very much. Can we take a boat to Dagon Fell? Yes, actually we can. That makes things easier, doesn't it?
What's your story?
What's your story? Well, I don't know. I'm just here to plunder some Dwemer ruins. What are you doing? It looks like your story is kind of obvious. You're a Nord, some milk drinker from Skyrim, who was so unlucky in life that you ended up here in a shanty town on a remote island in the northern edge of Morrowind, and you're just a ferry captain, essentially. Well, I guess there are worse fates than being a ferry captain. You could be like a fisherman or, you know, whatever kind of person lives in one of these places here. So, let's see, where are we going? We're going down here. Which is interesting because I see another Dwemer tower here. But that's because Dagon Fell is actually kind of built into a Dwemer ruin itself. This Mausoleth one we're going to is just a bigger, more intact one, essentially. Let's just levitate on over there. We'll go ahead and fly over there the whole way, because why the hell not? You can fly all the way to the top of that mountain. Here we go. Oh, hello. Wow, it was the opposite of dive bombing. Like, it came up. Like, it sprung up from the ground to attack us. That's actually different for a cliff racer. Now, see, this actually looks really nice. I was considering swapping out Connery's Dwemer textures for tie-dyes. That's another modder. Connery's is close to vanilla. Tie-dyes is really... It is vanilla, but he tweaked it a little bit. You know, he took the spirit of the vanilla textures and the exact colors and everything and made it like 4K ridiculous resolution. Now you can see... I think this rat is broken, but we'll go ahead and take care of him real quick. Connery's are true to vanilla as well, but they're a little bit on the darker side. You can see a little bit less gold, a little bit more brown. But when we fly up here and see this, I think it actually does look quite nice in situations like this. So, yeah, I think I'll just hang on to what I'm using right now. Alright, so, where's the door here? Anybody got a door around here? Up here. So before our levitation spell wears off, can we get to the door? Yes, just barely. Did I ever get into WoW? Yes. Oh, hold on. Yeah, speaking of WoW. Lotar Ogar. Yeah, but it won't save you this day, orc. Okay. I guess he mistook me for a night elf. I can see why. I do have kind of that appearance going on. Although, if I take my helmet off, you can see I actually have black hair, so... Obviously, if I was a night elf from Warcraft, I would have, like, blue hair, or green hair, or purple hair. Something ridiculous like that. But yeah, I played WoW from, like, March of 2005, so, like, 4 or 5 months after it came out. And I played for about a year after that. I quit before Burning Crusade came out, but it was after Naxxramas. So when I quit the game... Oh, hello, we got more orcs. There's a lot of orcs, just, hold on. We need actually to get some Sanctuary on ourselves here. Sanctuary. Very good, that should help. Because we do not want to receive a critical hit from that hammer. That might actually do some serious damage. Okay, key to Muzzle's theft. There we go. A ring of nullification. Sure, I'll take that. And we can sell these. We'll just take the bracers to sell. And yeah, Goatman is asking all the weird questions. Yes, I do know who Chris Chan is. Unfortunately. Unfortunately. Chris Chan is a guy who is like... I think he's seriously autistic. I'm not making a joke about that. I think he has autism. Or something like that. And he blogs and he records himself, and he's been doing this for like 10 years. And at one point, you know, somebody at 4chan discovered Chris Chan, and, you know, it's all downhill from there. And so 4chan trolls actively ruined his life, essentially, and made him do all kinds of crazy shit. And I think he actually got arrested recently, because he just, well, he ended up doing something illegal. Let's just put it that way. Alright, we need to use a probe to disarm the trap on the door. And we have plenty more probes where that came from, so no problem. There we go. Let's go back to our sword here. Take all the keys, even though we already have one. He's not even wearing pants. Why would I fear a man who does not wear pants? Look, we'll just stab him there. As soon as I stabbed him below the belt, he just keeled over and died immediately. Fearsome orc warriors. Okay, we can actually get down to another floor there. Oh, hello. I almost jumped down there without inspecting this chest. Yeah, we'll take that, we'll take that. Oh, this is where we came from. This is this dead guy. Alright, let's head on over here then. What am I even looking for here? Asked me to find plants for a Dwemer scarab. Goat man, I don't actually know. I forgot. I think assault or something like that. You know, something basic, pretty much. But yeah, that's the danger if you let trolls consume your life, and you know, you're a blogger or you record yourself, you know, all of your life events, and you put it out there. And you receive shit tons of criticism. Okay, here are the plans. You know, he just took 4chan too seriously. But if it was anybody else, I would say, well, that's their fault. However, the situation with Chris Chan is, you know, he's autistic. He doesn't actually get it. And so the people who contribute to basically tormenting him are... Okay, there's another... Wow. There's a lot of orcs in here. Nice block there. But yeah, my point is, you asked about Chris Chan, and my point is that Chris Chan is not really funny. I mean, if you watch his stuff and you see him freak out and react poorly to the things people say, at first it's funny, yes, but then you realize, well, this guy can't help himself. Like, it's not like he's freaking out, it's like he doesn't realize what's going on. You say all you want to you take WoW seriously? Yeah. Well, taking WoW seriously is also ridiculous. What the hell was that noise? I think it's this thing. Interesting. Okay, let's head on back. Let's just cast Recall here. And we should pop right back on over there.
Share your thoughts.
Goatman, the question becomes, can you not drive because you have some kind of thing going on, like you're blind? Or are you 14 years old? Okay, so did you find any plans? Yes, give her the plans. So that's exactly what she was looking for. So we've done enough duties now. We'll go ahead and rest a little while. You say WoW has been going downhill for years, but the arena people, I don't know who you're referring to there. People who play Battlegrounds, I suppose. So people in Battlegrounds take it too seriously. Well, yeah, if you are invested in the game and you're still enjoying it, then, you know, that's fine. It's just that I finished with WoW a long time ago, and I don't think I'll ever revisit it. Most of all because it's a totally different game from the one I played. And the WoW that is on offer now is one that is less interesting to me, personally. Alright, we're heading back to this lady to... She's gonna tell us something about our stronghold. Is it just me, or does it seem like there's extra guards in here today? I guess it was just because they were bunched up in a group like that. That was actually a little bit weird. Now, private servers for WoW. I support the concept of private servers. I think if you bought the game, you should be able to dig out your CDs for WoW 1.0 and install it and play the game that you bought. I think that is fine. However, for me, I'm just... Yeah, I'm never going to go back to it. It just isn't interesting to me. I actually tried Nostalrius, that vanilla server that got a lot of hype. And I was on Nostalrius for a while, and then I just realized, wow, like, I understand why I liked the game when I saw it for the first time. But going back to it and trying to grind my way through the starting areas was just not fun. So we need to go on over to the Fighters Guild and hire some guards for our stronghold. What else do we need to do? Is that it? Yeah. Because, look, let's put it this way. I was a big fan of Warcraft. Warcraft, the RTS series. And the lore surrounding the RTS series. I thought... In terms of strategy games, Warcraft, I think, had the best storyline and the best universe out of all of those RTS games that I played. And when they announced World of Warcraft, you know, I was into some MMOs at the time, but everything they had put out about WoW, just the size of the world, was breathtaking. And the concept of living in that world as one of the units that you would command in your armies in Warcraft 3, for example, was super appealing to me. Now, well, this is the rat in the pot. Let's turn around here and go to the Fighters Guild. And when I imagined World of Warcraft, I was thinking about Star Wars Galaxies and using that as a template for the gameplay. Now, what ended up actually happening, it was something totally different. Star Wars Galaxies, if you don't know, was a very hardcore role-playing game where it was an MMORPG, right? But you could create a character whose entire purpose was just to be a dancer and hang out in bars and dance in the bars. And you would actually level your character that way and hang out and interact with other people. Or you could be a bard, and a bard would actually, you know, perform songs and sing and do things like that. Of course, you could be like a stormtrooper basically, or like a hired gun, a bounty hunter, things of that nature. So who am I supposed to talk to hire some guards? Just ask random people at the Fighters Guild. How about this guy? So I was hoping for that hardcore role-playing experience in WoW, and it was just totally different. WoW set a tone that was more like a guided tour of the universe. And it was good, it was interesting still to be at that ground level and have that perspective. You know, it still offered me that change of pace from commanding armies to being one guy. But instead of player-driven interactions, my immersion in the universe came from NPCs and from quest givers. And that's... I enjoyed it for what it was when I went through it the first time, but I think the game would have had more staying power for me if it was more player-oriented in the way that Star Wars Galaxies or EVE Online it was. Or another one I played called Neocron, which was very, very player-driven. All of those, everything they had in common, the MMOs that I like the most, are worlds where the players can change the actual world and make an impact on the world, add items, add structures, change the economy, and engage with other player groups to make their mark on the universe. Okay, yeah. Recommend them to you for free, but first I have to get my friend out of prison. Okay, the Halalu Canton in Vivek.
Please, by all means, I'm listening.
Let's head on over to Vivek, shall we? And when I talk about those MMOs that have that kind of player-driven world, that was actually the norm. People talk about that now like it's some kind of high ideal, which is unattainable. But that was actually the norm way back when people had entirely text-based games like MUDs, multi-user dungeons, right? And I played a few of those.
You're nearly a legend around here.
And not only would players create things in the world, but they would literally...
What's your story?
You know, since the descriptions of everything was written in, there were players who could contribute to the game, just write descriptions of, you know, buildings that are in town. Like, say you wanted a guild hall, and you could start a new guild, and so you could actually add your guild and your guild's hall, you know, like guild building, to the game. So you would have your own castle in the game, and like on some side of town somewhere, and other people could come in and they could visit your library, take a book off the shelf in your guild's library, and read it. And that would be a book that your guildmate wrote because he's the scribe of your guild. I mean, MUDs are just so much deeper. I mean, the fact that you had no graphics created opportunities for people, creative opportunities that were just off the charts in comparison to, you know, like WoW. He asked about WoW. I mean, WoW doesn't even come close in terms of RP potential. The immersion was kind of there for a while because it was fun exploring all of those set pieces that they had made. But yeah, for me, it just lacked that dynamic feel. Alright, so we want to go to the Halalu Canton. Hey AMJ, what's going on, man? as far as what we're doing right now, we're breaking some lady out of prison so that we can get guards to operate our stronghold, or like guard our stronghold, because we're building our veteran stronghold right now. So that's what we're working on. As far as the Star Trek podcast was concerned, I think me and Migrant thought, we both have kind of similar thoughts on the show as a whole, where there are things we like and things we don't like, and it's a little early. I mean, the premiere was really action-packed. Let's put it that way, especially for a Star Trek show. In terms of premieres, this was easily the most bang bang pew pew premiere that any Star Trek show has ever had. But I can understand why they did that. Star Trek has been off the air for, what, 13 years now? And so they're trying to bring in a new audience and get people into it who either have only seen the movies or maybe haven't heard of Star Trek at all, somehow. And it all depends. It all depends what they do with the character. That, you know, this show in particular is designed around a certain character. And so her development is going to be very important to whether or not the show actually succeeds. And there are problems with the writing for said character. However, if they do it right, they can make it work. So I'm holding out hope here. I'm gonna hang on and, you know, tune in next week or the week after next and see how it develops. What level is she on? The prison is probably in the Wasteworks. So let's go back down and visit the Wasteworks. Well, we've actually never been in the Halalu Canton on this character. So this is the treasury. The prison is not there. That's the canal works.
Praise Vivek.
Hurry this up, will you?
How may I help you? Was true faith.
More canal works. Thank you very much.
How can I be of service to you, Abbot?
Okay, prison. We're actually looking for the prison. Elven Nations Corner Club. What? Is that like a Thalmor hangout? Obviously, the Thalmor doesn't exist in this game at this point in time, but Elven Nations Corner Club just has a certain ring to it, don't you think? What's up here? One of these at the end of the long corridors is the prison, I think. No, that's just a door out. Interesting. So this is a door out to Vivek. What's down there? Bunny hopping makes everything go faster. Okay, I think the prison might be in the canal works. It actually seems like a logical place to put a prison. Let's go ahead and check out the canal works. Ancestral vaults. Who's this guy? Oh, that's interesting. I can ask him about Dagathor in the 6th house. Is he a... Yeah, this is a sleeper. Not officially a sleeper, but he's definitely a sleeper. Or a 6th house member. AMJ says you've just woken up. Well, that makes one of us, because I have not gone to sleep yet. I am running currently on caffeine and sugar. And we'll see how far we get here. I am pretty wired right now. Let's just put it that way. Yeah, D-Money says there's a Daedric Dagger in the Redoran Vaults. Yeah, that's great and everything. I've got an Ebony Short Sword I'm pretty happy with. We already have a Daedric Dagger laying around somewhere else. I think, if I'm remembering correctly, it's at our stash in Ranyan Rune over here on the mainland. Oh, the Redoran Sewer. Okay, in Vivek, yeah. But yeah, I already have a Daedric Dagger. It's just I'm trying to get the short sword. That's the only thing that I haven't gotten yet. Or have I? I don't even remember. But we're not looking for loot right now, actually. We're looking for the Halalu prison. Because we need to bust out a certain someone.
How can I be of service to you, Ald'ruhn?
Yeah, you say it's for free. Ooh, well that changes everything. You know what other dagger is for free? The one I already have sitting on my bed here in Ranyan Rune. Okay. Oh, I remember this. This guy's an assassin. I think there's a quest where you end up getting in a fight with some of these people.
Yes, Ald'ruhn.
And you have to kill them slightly. There's Curio Manor. Pawnbroker. Weaponsmith. I really don't think that the prison is in the plaza here, but... well, let's try the lower wastework, shall we? Oh, apparently there is no such... not on the Halalu Canton, anyway. Yeah, so we're gonna have to go back on up. What am I missing here? Let's take a look at this. Just this one stretch here, basically. And this is a door out. So... oh shit, you know what? It might be actually in the sewers.
From where do you hail, friend?
I just realized there are things in the sewers occasionally, like Daedric shrines or vaults or, you know, things of that nature. So we're gonna go down in the underworks. See if we can find some building around here. Sure, we'll just... oh, rats can swim. Yay. And there we go. Alright, so there's a sleeper up here. He's not really important. So you say the prison is near the treasury. Okay, interesting. Wait, there's a door here. I guess that's the canal works. Yeah, it's just one of those ramps. So let's head on over to the treasury then. Treasury was located. Well, that's interesting. I thought the treasury...
I'm listening. Go ahead. You flatter me with your attention, Outlander.
Oh, I forgot about this. This is a temple under construction. That's pretty neat.
Greetings.
Anyway, the treasury is probably upstairs then.
I don't know if I can help you.
Well, the Hulalu treasury, isn't that in another one of the cantons?
I'm willing to share my insights for the right price.
Treasury's records holding cells. Yeah, so it is in the canal works, according to this guy. But I've been to every single door in the canal works, and... yeah. And the underworks, to boot. So that's a little bit on the interesting side. Okay, the treasury is up here.
Wealth beyond.
Prison cells. Okay, here we go. The prison cells are inside the treasury, everybody. That is certainly something. Okay. We're going to save here. And what we're going to do is like this. We're going to drink an invisibility potion. And then, well, first let's get some magicka, shall we? Go ahead and use telekinesis. Oh, nice. That negated.
Yes, it is in.
That negated our invisibility. So we have to drink the invisibility potion after we cast that. However, it only lasts 5 seconds. So here's what we're gonna have to do here.
quite enough, thief.
That did not work. Just out of curiosity, can I kill this Ordinator? I think we're about even. Although, word of warning, he can get better crits with that mace. Oh my. I am the righteous, fool! I'm actually a disciple in the temple. I guarantee I'm higher ranked than he is. And I have a sacred relic of Vivek here. Ironic, isn't it, Ordinator? That you are being killed by a sacred relic of Vivek. Oh my. Most unfortunate. And he never stopped to question what it is he was doing. But yeah, reload that. So let's go talk to the guard, see if there's another way to do this. Who are we looking for? This lady. These Ordinators are tough. If you open the door, we can make a run for it. Or find a key, buy my time and sneak out when they aren't watching. Oh, there's another key over here. Well, that's ridiculous.
You will pay with...
I mean, if I do this with invisibility and telekinesis, it should theoretically work. But I think it might be an open MW thing, because invisibility always seems to be something that doesn't necessarily work. And telekinesis especially, telekinesis is not supposed to count as theft if you steal something while you have telekinesis. However, in the current version of OpenMW, it always does. Like, it doesn't matter. Telekinesis still counts as a crime. So that makes this a little bit harder to do. I'm trying to figure out the best way to approach this. Now I'm stuck in that corner. That's actually hilarious. Let's try it this way. You know, I doubt this will work, but the guard currently has no line of sight on us. So let's go ahead and drink up our potion, shall we? We'll take our telekinesis spell. And then, on top of everything else, we'll use the invisibility potion. There, that got it. Okay. I think actually it didn't have anything to do with any... Not the sneaking, not the invisibility potion, and not the telekinesis. I think it was because the guard had no line of sight on us here, that they just didn't see it, which is hilarious. James, you say there's another key. Yes, this was the other key. The first key you see is over here. And I guess maybe he has... Well, actually, no. We killed him, and he did not have another key on him. So there's only 2 keys. So we got it. We did get it. We'll go ahead and save that there. However, I want to talk to this guy. I'm fine, thank you. What can I do for you? Okay. That was ridiculous. Yeah, so that works. Yeah, that's it. I'll bide my time until the guards aren't watching, and then I will make my escape. Tell Perseus to expect me in a few days. Wonderful. Do we still have it in our inventory? No, it was removed from our inventory. Unfortunately, I could have unlocked this guy's door, but instead I decided to unlock this one. A lovely empty cell. Alright, we're going back to Ald'ruhn now. There we go. And the Fighters Guild is across the street. We're going to report back in with that mercenary dude. And he should be willing to work for us now.
Well, hello there. A pleasure
Yes,
to meet
hello.
you.
Okay, you got her out. I'll take your word for it. I have a few of our better fighters sent over to your stronghold, Dralos. Well, thank you, good sir. Thank you. Now let's go on back and talk to the lady in the government building. And she can tell us what else we need to do to complete said stronghold.
What an unexpected surprise. Please, you'll bring me good fortune.
I kind of wish they did more with this character. Like, she's the steward who manages all the bureaucracy and all the shit that goes on in this government building. However, after you advance past the rank of Pee-wee in the Great House Redarin, you really never have to speak with her again. And I feel like that's a little bit silly, because it seems like, in the lore at least, in the universe, she's supposed to have,
This is a pleasure.
you know, she has an important job here. I think she's somebody you should be dealing with more often.
I feel as though
It's so good to meet you.
Meet me? I've been... What? I've been talking to you non-stop for like 2 weeks now? Okay, good. There we go. The next stage is under construction. We're gonna go back on over to the Mages Guild. Sleep for a couple days. What are my thoughts on House Redarin? In regards to what? I mean, Redarin is... Generally speaking, they're somewhat traditionalist. They're a little bit more conservative than House Halalu or House Telvanni. However, you know, they support slavery, but not nearly as much as Dress or Telvanni. They support the temple, but not as much as House Indoril. They're kind of... I think House Redarin, in some ways, is almost like the default Dunmer house. The only thing that makes them a little bit different from the others is they're supposed to have a more of a martial tradition.
how may I be of service?
Wait, hold on. Why am I going up there? I want to actually go to the Mages Guild. So aside from their martial tradition and their emphasis on certain military matters, you know, they have a whole culture of dueling, which is a little bit different, I suppose. But other than that, it's kind of standard for Dunmer.
The company.
I know Indoril are generally more religious, they're more wealthy. Dress are more agrarian, they're more conservative, they're slavers. Telvanni are mages, master mages, and very much driven by the study of magic. And, you know, all of the houses, all the other houses have something that clearly sets them apart. But House Redoran, honestly, they kind of just go with the flow. So, miners in the Genesis Egg Mine broke into the ruins of Bathemes. So officially, the Egg Mine is closed due to blight. But I heard that miners broke into the lost Dwemer ruin of Bathemes. I also heard that they found plans similar to the blueprints you brought me before. So go on over to the Egg Mine and bring back any plans or blueprints you might find there. I think we can do that in a little bit. Actually, I just want to get this stronghold finished. So I'm going to sleep a couple more days here. There we go. Second phase of the stronghold is complete. And that took 3 days. Actually 5 days, because we slept for 2 days and then went and talked to the Mages Guild lady, and then we slept 3 more days. So what are my thoughts on slavery in the Elder Scrolls? I mean, it's whatever, right? I mean, that's the way the universe is. I mean, in the Empire, it's pretty much frowned upon. But since Morrowind is an autonomous province, they can do whatever the fuck they want. And that's the agreement that they have with the Empire, right? So the Empire has to allow it in Morrowind. However, apparently, by the time Oblivion rolls around, which is like, you know, a year later, basically, something like that, less than 10 years later for sure, that entire spectrum of the first 4 Elder Scrolls games, from Arena to Oblivion, really only takes place within a decade or so. Maybe 15 years, I'm not sure on the exact time frame, but, you know, the king is the same for all of them. And remember, in Arena, the king is actually kidnapped for 10 years.
Suit you well.
Okay. Oh, before we can complete the stronghold, the final phase, we actually need to become a counselor. So we are now finished with what we need to be doing here. We need to go back and talk to our buddy Sarethi. And he's gonna tell us what else we need to do for House Redoran to become a counselor.
What an unexpected surprise. Please go ahead.
Yeah, I think the bone mold armor is a pretty neat design, yes. So we have an excellent reputation, but we don't meet the requirements. What are we lacking here?
How may I be of service?
Athletics needs to be at 70. Where are we at right now? 65. Okay, so pretty much all of our faction quest lines, the Temple, the Mages Guild, those two both require mysticism to get to 65, and House Redarin, or sorry, 70. And House Redarin requires athletics to be at 70, and both of those are at 65 right now. So what I'm gonna do... I don't know, should we just spam this for a while? That would be really boring to do on stream. I think we can level up athletics a little bit more, but let's just go exploring for a while. That Mages Guild lady told us to go on over to Bathemez, and that is up in Genesis. Alright, so we're gonna head on up over that way. Let's get out of here. And after we do... I think I'm just going to do a bunch of Mages Guild stuff in Ald'ruhn. It seems all focused. That guild master in Ald'ruhn is a researcher of Dwemer ruins and such. That's why every quest that we do for the Ald'ruhn Mages Guild is based out of some Dwemer ruin. So I think I'm going to finish up all of her quests. And then we might head on over to the mainland and take a look around some more over there.
Why walk when you can run?
What's my favorite faction in the Elder Scrolls universe? Well, that one's a little bit more broad. In the games or in the lore in general? Well, I'll tell you what. Generally speaking, it's not really a faction, but I'm interested in... Well, there are a couple different things. One I like is the Reachmen. You know, I've been playing Elder Kings, the Crusader Kings mod that is based in the Elder Scrolls universe.
Very happy to make your acquaintance.
Hello, wait, who's this? Can she give us duties? No, this is the leader of the Genesis Temple, but she does not have any duties for us. But yeah, if you've been watching my Crusader Kings videos, you know that we've been playing as the Reachmen, and our goal was, first of all, to unite the Reach, then take over Skyrim, and potentially work our way through High Rock, or, you know, on over to the Imperial City as well. And so the Genesis Egg Mine is what we're looking for here. I think that's up there. And the Reachmen are so interesting because they date back all the way to the First Era, right? When all humans were basically enslaved by either the Aliens or the Snow Elves. You know, nothing good was happening to you if you were a human in the First Era. And the Reachmen... You know, the Reach is that area between Skyrim and High Rock. In Skyrim the game, obviously Markarth and Karthwasten and those kind of places are in the Reach. And the Reachmen have their own unique culture because they are people who were free. They were never enslaved, or either they escaped slavery and found themselves in the Reach. Well, these are just cave dwellings. Where the hell's the egg mine? But, you know, surprisingly, or maybe not so surprisingly, these people who were the free humans of the First Era, in modern times, in the Third Era, in the Fourth Era, they have found themselves marginalized by the so-called, well, the races of the Empire that constitute the Empire, who see themselves as more civilized than the Reachmen. And the Nords, especially, have violently shoved out the Reachmen out of the Skyrim section of the Reach. And they're not very welcome in High Rock either. Because the Reachmen, while they're like genetically Breton, you know, they have their own thing going on. You know, it's a separate culture from the Bretons. And the Bretons that you play as in the games are, in the lore, they're considered to be, like, their human blood is diluted with elven shit, and that's why they have such high magical ability, right? Because the Dureni clan of the elves, when they were ruling over High Rock, bred with their human slaves. And I think that's terrible, but in the lore, that's why Bretons are good at magic. As nonsensical as that sounds. So, let me in here. Egg mine. Yeah, if I liked you more, I might let you in. Here, go ahead and have some gold. I'm not supposed to let anyone in, but you're not so bad. Alright, thanks, buddy.
I see this land suits you.
Oh, this is a temple guy. Interesting. Aside from the Reachman, I also do like the Imperial religion, actually, is very interesting. Just the Imperial Pantheon, specifically Stendar, and how that has changed from Shezar. I mean, there still is a Shezar cult, and they have a temple in the Imperial City. But Shezar himself is not actually really worshipped anymore by the mainline Imperial religion, which I find interesting. I guess it's kind of a holdover from, you know, there was a lot of backlash after the Elysian Order was finally taken out of commission. Hold on, what's going on here? If you're still here and I'm done counting to 10, you're going to be in big trouble. Well, it looks like we're going to kill this guy. Or we can just run through here. No, okay. Well, hello, we have a ghost here. Can I talk to him? No. Okay, I'll just ignore it then. Bye, ghost. Have fun. Okay, there we go. I suppose this looks kind of like the right way. You know, I feel like we're heading in the right direction here. Based on all the big things trying to kill us. And the weird ghost that was there. And the orc telling us not to go that way. Blah, blah, blah. Alright, lower egg mine. Yeah, it looks like we're gonna have to fight our way through here. Oh, here comes another one. Holy shit, 2 of them. Wait, was this one a worker? No, that was a warrior. Okay. So there actually is just a shit ton of Kwama warriors here. Okay, that's fine. There's the queen. We'll leave the queen alone. What's going on in this direction? So that's the underground. Oh, there we go. This is what we want. Up here. Yeah, out of my way, please. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. There. Bethamez. Surprisingly, we enter Dwemer ruin and the first thing we see are 2 rats. Here we go. Holy shit, this is neat. Divine Metaphysics. Can't read. We'll take that anyway. It's worth 1,000 gold. Airship plans. Nice. So we've already finished this quest since we retrieved those plans here. But Why not take a look around? This is a dead centurion, which I find disturbing. That means somebody else has been down here. More dead enemies. Is this the entire ruin? Yes. Okay, so it's not really a Dwemer ruin. It was mostly just the egg mine and this small area that they accidentally uncovered. So we're, yeah, gonna head on back and report in. Yeah, Jiggler's telling me I should eat more eggs. I'm not a huge fan of Kwama, though, I gotta say. If I was going to be eating eggs, I think I'd just go for some good old chicken. Alright, truly remarkable, Dralos. These plans are very similar. Perhaps with both of them in my possession, I can discover the secrets of the plans. It's a shame Archmage Trebonius doesn't share your dedication to scholarship. Okay, now it's getting juicy here. What's her bone to pick with Trebonius? The Guildmaster? Well, he's certainly a powerful battle mage, but what has he accomplished? I wish the guild were led by someone who showed more respect for scholarship, especially with all the interesting things to study here in Vardenfell. Yes, yes. Alright, that was the last of it, apparently. That was the last of her quests. So, the question becomes, should we keep doing Mages Guild crap? I guess we can go to Balmora. I think we might have a couple more quests to do in Balmora, and then head on over to Sadrith Mora, or we can head back on over to the mainland, I guess, and see what's over there. Basically just run around and plunder and kill things. So I'll throw that one out to chat. What do you guys think we should be doing right now?
I suppose I have a motive.
No opinions, apparently. Okay. Well, in that case, to Balmora it is. Yep. Okay. So,
To what do I owe this
the
pleasure?
Guildmaster up here. What else do we have to do for her?
I don't know where to begin. It is such an honor to meet you.
Yes, thank you. Alright, this lady in Morgan has been practicing necromancy. Go and kill her. The Mages Guild cannot tolerate necromancers. That's pretty straightforward, damn.
We make a special trip just for you.
You know, Jiggler, if you are so completely obsessed with Fargoth, you can always go ahead and subscribe for a mere $2.49, and then you can spam my lovely Fargoth emoji as much as you want. That's rather enticing, isn't it? Alright, so, from Suron, I think we can just go ahead. We can't travel there, can we? Oh shit. Molag Mar. No, the lady is in Margon, though, so we went to a silly place.
Same low price.
Should not have gone there. Let's go back to Balmora.
Why walk when you can ride?
Indeed, indeed, my friend. Why walk when we can ride? And ride we shall.
We make a special trip just for you. Same low price.
Yes, thank you, good sir. Much appreciated. I am a frequent user of the Silt Strider. Love your service. Okay, so where are we going here? Kashpi Ashibale. Okay, well, let's take a look at the local map. Where's her house? Ah, right there. Very nice, very nice. Let's go ahead and save this here.
Outlander, what do you want?
We want to kill you. Necromancy. I am not a necromancer. Who said I was a necromancer? Oh, it's not your concern, peasant. Ask anyone in the village. I'm no necromancer, and anyone around here will tell you the truth of the matter. Yeah, tell me a little advice. No, I'm not interested in the healer's trade. Well, actually, I could always use some restoration training. Maybe we should this actually is useful. Yegefa at Pelagiad. Okay. Oh, I see. I refuse to join the Mages Guild. I chose to practice healing among my people, away from the politics of the guild. Since I was a Valethi and not well born like Ranus, well, it's not important now. Maybe I know a way out of this situation. Intriguing. Tell me more. And of course the other option is, die, Necromancer, die! We're gonna go ahead and take her at her word. Tell me more. If she has held a grudge this long, it would be best for me to leave for the mainland. There are plenty of towns that could use a healer. Tell Ranus Otherus that I am dead. I will leave Vardenfell, and Ranus need never know. You cannot escape justice! Okay, yeah. Ooh. Yeah, let's let her go. Okay, she's gonna get a few things together. Tell so-and-so that I'm dead. Just to confirm real quick, is this lady a necromancer? She's our healer, not some necromancer. Everyone here in Margon knows her and all the good she's done here. Okay, so they back up her story. One other asshole. How about the guard? Does the guard know this? Yes, the guard says the same. Okay, we're good. So yeah, we're letting her go. And she's gonna go on over to the mainland. Oh, hello, a sleeper. The wickweed is winnowed and under the harrow. The earth is prepared for planting. The Enwa must die, and their flesh serve to sweeten the soil. Alright, so here we go. It looks like they're going to attack us. The slave, the foreigner, beast and man, all must die. All mare must accept our dominion or flee our wrath. Okay. What does she think about scribs? Oh, well, the scrib is a late larval form of the quama. Crushed scribs produces nutritious but sour-tasting gelatin with modest magical properties. Yeah, I love how I can just, you know, this sleeper comes by and is telling me that Enwa must die. And then I can just go and ask her about scribs and have a casual conversation about quama. Oh boy.
Spit it out or hit the road.
Don't worry, I am hitting the road. That was insane. And we're going back to Ald'ruhn.
Where would you like to go?
Ouch.
May I?
Okay. Yep. Teleport back on over here. And then I clicked the wrong thing. That is hilarious. Yes, Balmora, please. Thank you very much.
Should you need something, I will be happy to oblige.
This should be
Welcome,
interesting
friend.
here.
You're nearly a legend around here. Please, talk.
I can lie, or I can try to... We'll try to explain the situation here. Well, we can't even... If you say no, it doesn't matter. Okay. She is truly dead? You have done me... I mean, not me. Not me. I mean, you've done the guild, that is, a great service. These scrolls should help you deal with any other necromancers you might find. Oh, that's lovely. Scroll of 4th Barrier. That's actually a pretty good shield. So, anything else we need to do here? Any more duties? Oh, a Telvanni spy. Go to the guild halls in Ald'ruhn, Vivek, and Sadrith Mora. I'm sure there's a spy. Man, she is super paranoid. Okay, when you find the spy, do not take any action. Report it back to me. What if the real spy was here in the Balmora branch? Right under her nose.
Should you need something, I will be happy to oblige.
We'll start with Ald'ruhn, and then we'll ask our buddy, the guild master, if she thinks there's a Telvanni spy running around.
Well, I find myself in pleasant company. Please share your thoughts.
So she says it's basically impossible. They would never accept a Telvanni spy, which defeats the entire purpose. I don't know of any spies in the Mages Guild. Well, I cannot ask her about Telvanni spy.
What do you want?
That can only mean one thing. That she is the spy. Oh, wait, this guy wasn't here before. I think he might actually be a spy, as it were. So I'm a student here at the school. I want to learn to read. That's not suspicious, is it? Yeah. So what does this lady have to say about it? I'm going to investigate this guy a little bit more. Ask these other people around here what's going on. I think somebody here might spill the beans on this guy.
How fare thee, friend? Welcome, traveler. Speak free.
Well, he's a fucking spy. That guy's the spy. We'll report back and say Morvis Darius is the spy.
Should you need something, I will be happy. Please, feel free to talk at your leisure.
I don't know where to begin. It is such an honor to meet you.
Okay, it is not necessary to take any action against the spy. So, either... I mean, that's obviously him. That is the most suspicious looking dude in the universe. What are the 3 branches? I guess we're supposed to go to Vivek and Sadrith Mora as well.
I do enjoy. How fare thee, friend?
If they all say they don't know any spies, that's fine.
Please don't be shy. I'm listening.
I don't
I
know
see
where
I
to
stand
begin.
in good
It
company.
is such an honor to
What
meet
can I
you.
do for you?
Telvanni... Oh, this guy. Of course the Argonian thinks there's a spy afoot. So he says, Telvanni spies? Yes, I suspect there is at least one. I don't know who or where. While Sadrith Mora may be the obvious target, I would try looking in Vivek. That's where guild decisions are usually made. Interesting.
I do enjoy a good conversation.
Who would have possibly thought that among all the great minds at the Mages Guild here, the one who gave the most useful and thoughtful answer was some Argonian?
Where's that slave?
That is shocking to me,
Welcome. Care to
given, you know, Argonians are inferior. Okay, let's go to Vivek here.
How may
Hello
I help
there.
you, Dunmer?
How are you?
Matsera.
Hello there. How are you?
What does the Archmage have to say about a Tovani spy? He says, why no, Dralos, there are no Tovani spies here, and I would know if there were. I'm the Archmage after all. Tiram Gondar, my Dunmer advisor, keeps an eye out for spies and that sort of thing. Ah, I see. It's been of immense assistance. He helps me see the Dunmer side of every decision I make, and he came with the highest credentials. Sure, I have them somewhere around here. Oh, yes, here you go. A letter from Akato himself. Okay, so let's take a look at this guy's credentials, shall we?
Outlander.
So, to the esteemed Archmage, the man delivering this letter is one Tiram Gadar. Though at Dunmer, he was raised in the Imperial Province. I recommend him as an advisor on the politics of the Dunmer in Vardenfell. Interesting. Okay, so James says, do you think that stronghold orcs... Oh boy. No. No, I do not think that, James. I never thought about it. I think you're thinking too hard about what's going on inside the orc strongholds. Or more specifically, at night, in interpersonal relations among the orcs and the strongholds. I really don't think Bethesda considered that specific angle, nor have I spent much time thinking about it either. That question is just a little on the odd side. I think if you're preoccupied with that sort of thing, you can probably find some websites that cater to your imagination. Maybe have some Rule 34 for Skyrim orcs. Okay, so this is exactly the kind of proof I was looking for. Excellent work, Dralos. It's a shame that the guild is run by a scuttlehead with no sense or ambition like Trebonius. These credentials are the worst forgery I've seen in years. Even Okado's name is misspelled. Please take these scrolls and this dagger for helping the guild. Well, we got two Summon Golden Saint scrolls. I like that. Okay, what's this dagger that we got? Soul Drinker. Soul Drinker, if I remember, is not the greatest. Yeah, Soul Trap for 30 seconds. Okay, anything else you got for us here? No. Okay, Sadrith Mora. Let's head on over and talk to Skink. Apparently that's a person's name. I don't know. If I was named Skink, I would absolutely hate my parents. Every single morning, I would wake up in the morning, look in the mirror, and say, fuck you, Mom and Dad. You assholes named me Skink.
How are you?
I do.
If I can be of any assistance.
Then again, he's an Argonian. It's not like they have any use for dignity. Let's go ahead and save this here.
What was that about?
Okay, an escort. Just concerned about a fight she had with Telvanni last night. She wants to leave Sadrith Mora on this boat, but is afraid to go to the docks. Alright. Wait, where is this lady?
Welcome.
Yeah, not here, so... I don't know, hold on. Let's double check that real quick, see where she's at. Tiny Minwi. Oh, okay, she's at Muriel's Corner Club. Okay, I somehow missed that part. Let's get out of here. Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not a huge fan of Argonians or Khajiit.
Welcome.
Because, look, it's very simple. Would you trust someone who never wears shoes? Ever?
Do you want something?
Okay, here's the person we're looking to escort. They never wear shoes, they're covered in scales and fur. You know, just weird shit. And, let's be honest, they're mostly used in Morrowind as slave labor. Alright, let's get out of here. Is somebody going to attack us? Because this seems like the dumbest escort quest ever. We're going to go like 5 feet over this way. Just down here to the dock within town. Yeah, riveting stuff, this quest.
Hey, wait for me. Thank you. How are you?
What did this say? Okay, we made it. Yeah, that didn't take long, did it? Are Argonians cold-blooded? Well, I don't know, you tell me. Are lizards cold-blooded or warm-blooded? And I mean, they are lizard people. But that does raise an interesting point. Because especially in Skyrim, imagine those guys on the Windhelm docks. Like, how are they working? They're supposed to be laborers on the docks, right? But if they're cold-blooded lizard people, like, what the hell? They wouldn't get anything done. They'd be lucky to stay alive out there in the docks district in Windhelm. But, Jiggler, it's Chim, right? It's Chim. Don't gotta explain shit.
Go ahead, stranger.
Alright, let's head on over to the Mages Guild.
What can I help you? What can I help you with?
I'm very
Hello
happy
there.
to make your
How
acquaintance.
are you?
Greetings, honored friend.
Yes, she made it. She's planning to return to the Somerset Isle. Alrighty then, we're looking for a rare book, Vampires of Vardenfell. Okay, there are 2 books in the series. The first is relatively common in Morrowind. The second volume is rare, so if you find the second volume, I would be grateful. Well, this is interesting. He says most rare booksellers have a copy of the first volume, but some rare booksellers might have the second volume as well. Do I have a Morrowind walkthrough? You say it's in the game files. I don't believe that's true. That there's a built-in walkthrough. At least not in the version I have. Is that in the GOG version, maybe? That sounds like it might be something that they would put in the GOG version. You know what? I have an idea. We're gonna go to Vivek and pay a visit to our friend.
To what do I always
What's his face? Jobasa. Jobasa's Rare Books. Or something like that. One of those Khajiit names.
Welcome, citizen. Praise Vivek.
Yes, praise Vivek to you as well, Mr. Ordinator. Thank you very much. And we need to go to the lower wasteworks.
Citizen, how may I be of assistance?
Okay, the rare bookseller is... there, Jobasha. Yes, indeed.
Please go ahead, speak. Praise Vivek. What Khajiit do for you?
It's a rare book. The temple does not like this book and could punish poor Jobasha if they knew. So, based on that response, I think he's saying he does indeed have said book. Yes, Vampires of Vardenfell Volume 2. Thank you very much. Go ahead and take that. Okay, let's head back to Sadrith Mora.
Greetings. I am at your service.
I guess we should read this first, though, because... yeah, potential skill up. All books should be read on the offhand chance that you level one of your skills off of it for absolutely no effort whatsoever on your part. Always a good thing.
I'm listening.
Hello.
Go ahead.
Did you want something?
No, actually, I did not want anything. Jiggler, the Dark Brotherhood isn't in this. Wrong game. Wrong game. You can kill Dark Brotherhood members, but you can't join. Back to Sadrith Mora, thank you very much. Now let's talk to our Argonian buddy over here. Yes. Yes, this is exactly what I was looking for. And it's in great condition too, so I hope 1,000 septims will cover your expenses. Indeed it does, thank you very much. What else do we have to do here? Okay, he wants to speak with one of the wise women of the Ashlanders. And wants us to arrange a meeting. Yeah, I doubt the Arabian Imsun or the Ushalaku would agree. AKA the ones that would be easier for us to get them on our side. But the Zainab might. Although his first choice would be the Amusa. In the northeast corner of Vardenfell. Take a ship to Talvos and go northeast up the coast. If you reach the sea, you've gone too far.
I see I stand in good company. Guest. What can I do for you?
Well, the books are allowed in the bookstore. It's the issue that the bookstore is in Vivek, and Vivek does not allow, or, you know, the temple. The Tribunal Temple does not allow certain types of books.
Who put that there?
Okay, so let's take a look at what we're doing here. This particular quest for the Mages Guild does not seem especially entertaining. I'm thinking we can go do something else here. I've finished... Well, I haven't finished. We still got temple quests we need to do, but I can't continue that until I meet Vivek. And we're trying to become Hortator, but I can't continue the House Redoran quest line until my athletics hits 70. And the Mages Guild stuff, well, we can't get promoted anyway. So basically the most important thing right now is that I need to level these skills. And that is what is holding us back here. I guess we could do Fighters Guild stuff because we haven't really done too much Fighters Guild. But, you know, yeah, I'm a little bit torn here. I want to become Hortator of one of the great houses before I get named Hortator by the Ashlanders over here. And the reason for that is, if I go in just being named Hortator by an Ashlander camp, Ordinators will be immediately hostile to me at that point. So... well, this is a bit silly. I mean, this was a really short stream, but I'm thinking I'm super tired, and we're kind of at a brick wall in terms of our progress. I'm thinking I'm just going to grind these skills off stream and just cast a lot of spells. Like, basically, I'm just going to do this for, like, 20 minutes and get it up to 70, right? And they're gonna do the same thing with athletics. Find a rock somewhere and just run. Like, run up against it. Yeah, and nobody, like this here, nobody wants to watch this for, you know, however long it takes. So, I think we're just gonna call it here for the time being. And I might be on... well, it's morning here now. It's 5 in the morning. So I might be on this evening, like 12 hours from now. Something to that effect. And we're going to be continuing this then. Alright, so yeah, thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll see you, if you want, later today, probably. Alright? So take it easy, guys.